The Don Storey Memorial Award is presented to a Cama member who has made an exceptional contribution to the Canadian vending industry and who has demonstrated high standards of integrity, commitment, and community relations. Born April 8, 1941 in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Lloyd Sinclair Dauphiny has certainly demonstrated all of these qualities in both his professional and personal life. He has been married to Betty Ann for 46 years, and they are the proud parents of 4 daughters and grandparents of 6 granddaughters and 1 grandson. After graduation, Lloyd started working in the grocery business with a local chain. There he met Jim Soller, who was starting a vending business, and he wanted Lloyd to join him. Lloyd's vending career began as a cigarette driver in 1959. As the business grew, Lloyd was promoted to supervisor. With the business expanding into New Brunswick, Lloyd was promoted and moved to Moncton, New Brunswick as branch manager. He returned to Nova Scotia in 1973 as branch manager of the larger Halifax Dartmouth branch. Then, in 1977, came another promotion. General manager of vending services, who what was now known as Major Foods Limited, formerly named Major Vending. Major Foods Limited was sold in 1981 and was no longer locally owned. Lloyd decided it was time to go out on his own. Blue Nose Vending Services Limited was started with 1 truck, which Lloyd drove himself. Not long after, Lloyd's brother Wayne joined him, and he remains a part of Blue Nose Vending to this day. The company grew steadily in sales, machines, personnel, and vehicles, but the market was changing. The laws for selling cigarettes were changing, and the impact on vending sales was substantial. Those lost sales needed to be replaced. Lloyd's response was to establish a partnership in an office coffee business, and in 1987, Executive Coffee Services was born. Apparently, this was not enough, and he also added food service operations and catering services. In 1995, at a regional Cama golf tournament in St. John, New Brunswick, Lloyd suffered a major heart attack, followed by emergency surgery. His daughter, Darylyn, joined the company and remained with Blue Nose Vending until 2007. After 3 months or so, Lloyd returned to work and was soon building back up to full-time hours. In 2011, after 52 years in the vending business and 30 years as the owner of Blue Nose Vending Services Limited, at his family's urging, Lloyd felt it may be time to get out of the business and enjoy life. He sold his company to Daryl Fraser in March 2011. Daryl, who worked for Lloyd at Major Foods Limited, had also started his own company, Definite Food Services, in 1977. Daryl amalgamated the companies, keeping the profile of both in the marketplace. Lloyd has been a strong supporter of Cama, and Blue Nose Vending Services has been a member of the association for 19 years. Lloyd has served on the board of directors and was president of Eastern Region for 3 terms. He has been very involved in his community, from being a member of the Lions Club of Hubbards, Nova Scotia, to being heavily involved in the Dartmouth Sportsplex. He was a part owner of the Dartmouth Junior Hockey Club and somehow had the time to also be part owner of a racehorse in the harness racing industry. As well, Lloyd has been a strong supporter of the Dartmouth Police and Cole Harbour Fire Department. And last but not least, he was active in the St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. Today, at 70 years of age, Lloyd remains very active, enjoys his time away from the business with family and friends, but remains in touch and part of Definite Food Services and Blue Nose Vending. We are honored to present the Don Storey Memorial Award to Lloyd Sinclair Dauphiny.